Got a vision, got it to tell me. You know the rules, you definitely not a book. We play it. Back at it. As we do. As we came. As we conquer. As we here. With another one, you heard. Yes, indeed. Get your mind right. It's time for an album review. Cut a vision, got the table, you know the rules, you definitely not a book. We play your back at it, like a crack addict. Once again, this is the album review. The Fall Off by J.Cole. Very well put together project. Very thoughtful. Very mind driven. Very self-aware. Self-conscious. Thought-provoking. Uplifting. Personal. Upgaining, upholding, uprising, forefront, pure adrenaline, lyrical laid law sonic, cluster hip hop, driven with thought, passion, focus, and straight precision. The Fall Off has arisen. This album will be one of the albums in 2026. Will go down in history. It has made my list. As you see, the weather is warming up. People outside in New York City. The snow is gone. T-shirts is out. You still got your jackets on, but you know, it's a beautiful thing, man. Spring is arriving. And hip-hop is arriving, striving. I'm getting to this album review, you feel me? The Fall Off. Starts off. It's 2 volumes to the album. It's a long album. It's like over an hour. And it's like 41 minutes. It includes on both sides a bonus track. And well complete, well thought, very processed, passion driven. The intro for volume 1 is the 29 intro. And it got like a guitar sample from an old country record. And it's called Carolina. And we all know that's where he's from. North Carolina. There's this country sample song talking about going back to Carolina. And it's playing in the background. And you hear they're about to get in a car, drive off somewhere. And then just gunshots. Dang, 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 dang. It just goes off. And then it enters the album called 2-6. And the album, when the album starts, right? When it starts, it's very key driven, very melodic driven. The beat is like hypnotic type. It's going into a forefront, and it comes in with a nice little sneak tone. And then a heavy drum bass just comes right into when J.Cole just start zoning out. The 2-6 is part of the area code or the situation, the area he's from. And he's talking about the trials and tribulations and the escalades and the violations and the gunshots and it's a back and forth and the beat is very knocking. And J.Cole's boasting and bragging where he's from, and he's switching the flow up, and he's slow with it for a beat that's very aggressive. You know, he's on his lane, he's talking his shit. Got Shorty in the in the background screaming Jermaine, and you know the girl is like, he's just saying his status is like what women seeing in the street. You know, he feels he's a regular dude, but you know, women scream out his name, and he's real boasting and braggish and docious, and there's a flow. You know, just a good braggadocious. You know, also rep away from. You get into the next track, safety, and yeah, that's a good one. Safety's basically, wow, man. It's like it's a rap about his homie, and Cole is rapping as if it's his man is keeping in contact with him, and it's like through voice messages and through texts and stuff. It's a childhood friend, and he's basically telling him what's going on in the neighborhood, and how one of a childhood friend of his just keeping him update how he passed away, and come to find out it was due to drug taking. It was fentanyl inside the drug taking, and the childhood friend is basically telling him about the funeral, and can he make it, and he's basically, it starts off how he's saying that J.Cole's running around the world touring, doing this thing. And he's like, when I know I call you and you don't respond back, I don't take it, type of way. I just, leave a message, and you holler back, but, I'm going to tell you such and such what's been going on since you be gone. The funeral was such and such, if you could pull up. You know what I mean? Then he gets into another verse. Not only that, is a dude on this album that he talks about, and he's gonna get into it later on through the album. A person from the Ville he got issues with. He did songs and videos and interviews about him, and J.Cole finally talks about it and brings him up, and that's like the 5th track. It's called what is that track? That track, when he's talking about the dude, it's Poor Thing. Yeah, it's Poor Thing. And then back to the safety track, he's also talking about this dude that they used to grow up with. They knew, and how he was a homo, and he was doing things on the low, and he was always like a down low person, but like he got out of the Ville and went to college, and he became on some fruity tooty type stuff and got out there, and he was wearing it. Seen him there years later. He was dressed in drag, and they kept it away from him. They stayed away from him. People called him a fag and stuff like that. And they thought about it like, hey, they feel bad and stuff like that. And he ended up dying, and it's a crazy song, man. It's just called Safety, basically stay up, and just what's going on, and we'd love to hear from you. Then it gets into the nice driven track with Future, and that's a good one. And Jermaine get in his bag, and Future is great for doing choruses, and it's very song driven, and Future getting his bag. He's in his chorus, and that's all that he used him for on that song, really. But he got all the choruses in the song, like, and he's coming with it with the hypnotic flow, and J.Cole is just in his bag on that one. And then after that is the track Poor Thing that we was talking about, and that one is, man, it's a personal record, man. It's J.Cole want to shoot a fair one with this nigga. He's trying to say, meet up, don't bring your pistols. He gets personal, talking about how he knew him from way back, and all of a sudden, now that he's on and doing this thing, this animosity, he's calling him a punk bitch, and he's like, we need to meet up, and we could do this, we could do that, and J.Cole sound very aggressive on this track, man. Like, he know this dude personally. And it's called Poor Thing. And he's just basically saying, you know, I knew your parents. You always had your parents and stuff like this. When did you become a tough, hard guy? He's like, I want to see you for the fade. I want to see you for the one-on-one. I want to see you for that pop off. And yeah, it's he talking very into on that record. Like, don't bring your pistol. Let's fight. And the whole song is just, get at him. Because I heard the dude been getting, I ain't hear no records or hear him rap, but they said he's a rapper. And one of them, and he had his interviews, he was saying that, if I got on, you get on, we'll come back. And when I needed you to help me with something, he was like, I was getting you on. He was talking about the beginning stages. He was like, it was things you didn't know, and I put you on, claiming his, where he was at with J.Cole at the time. And J.Cole offered him something. And he denied it. And he was basically saying how he's going to still help him. And when he claimed it was time for him to help him, J.Cole left him in the cold. That's where the animosity come at. And then the next song is, what is the next song on that fall off? Is the Legacy song. And basically, it's just a song with him and the guys, talking about, reminiscing of things, summertime in the Ville and, different females they try to get with and stuff like that. And it's just reminiscent of different parties and jump offs that they enjoyed. And then you got the next track, Future and Tim's Bounce Road Blues, very melodic songs, cool. You do without it, but it sounds good though. Then you got Who the Fuck It Is, got the Naughty by Nature. Remember that crazy shit? Remember how the beginning, they got that sample in there, and J.Cole had his production, his team, they get in there. It's a braggadocious song. Next track, Drum and Bass. That's a dope one, man. He's just basically saying, listen, man, don't hit me with the gaffle, don't hit me with the bullshit. I see it when it's coming. And he's basically telling how he, try to avoid, confrontation and bullshit niggas and seeing females that he want to highlight. And, he's a celebrity, so as he trying to talk to this chick, got niggas in his head like, yo, Cole, I need to talk to you for a minute. He's like, yo, hold on. And he's entering the club. And the next song, entering the let out, is basically saying, surviving, the let out when you get out of a club, like all types of shit going on in the club. Mind you, as he's walking inside the club, he's seeing niggas putting masks on their face, niggas with guns, and he's like, what the fuck? They just got to get in the club, they do their thing, they having a great time, the party's nice, and the DJ's like, okay, it's over, it's time to go home. And the whole chorus is like, it's about like, we survived the let out, like, And it's the beat is very like, got like a little country guitar type slang to it. I think Yellow Wolf would sound great on that beat. He should do a freestyle to that. But that's like the first volume. And it's going to another song, with this female that he's admiring and he's want to get away with and want to do things with and that he's mesmerized with. And it's just like a, kind of a song, admiring a female that, he got a thing for and he's planning to, do some things with her and build with her. And it's like a crush type thing, like planning to, get with her. And that's volume 1. And then you get to volume 2, the 39 intro. That's like a melodic. It starts off with a guitar. He's singing a little bit. And then it picks up with some guitar, bass, drum. Then he start rhyming. There's a lot of production on there, a lot of guitar, bass. mild tone. Then he gets into the fall off, the inevitable. You saw the video for that. Everybody said he bit Nas. I think he was just inspired. And it's, I talked about that on the Scoops channel, how great that song is. It's like it's like forwarding. It starts from his death all the way down to his birth. And it's, from really when he died, like he's in his 70s, 80s, or whatever, and his grandkids is holding the casket. It starts and it ends off when he was back in the birth. That's a crazy record. You got the J.Cole with the Erykah Badu. She was using that. They was using that little Mobb Deep sample. Whole Prodigy and P definitely got that. The apps got right. That shit is dope. It's called the Villas. That shit is dope. Erykah Badu was singing the Outkast, Elevators, and Me and You. You see on the publishing that Andre and Big Boy definitely got writers cap on that one. The Old Dog production is crazy with Petey Pablo, some North Carolina shit. J.Cole in his bag with the production. Life Sentence is a jump off. It's a reminiscent of DMX. How's it going down? He's doing the chorus. The chorus that DMX does. He's rapping, like singing that. And it's basically just rapping about a girl that he's married, and it's called Life Sentence. And, all the do's and don'ts and being married and trying to stay committed and shit like that. Song I could do without. It might be a hit this year if he puts it out. But the Only You with Burna Boy, another song. It's groovy, but I'll probably do without. It's nice though. Man Up Above, nice record too. Talking about redemption, all types of stuff. Shit going on in the Ville, violence he's seeing, the upbringing, the attention, the poverty. Dope record. Then the I Love Her Again is like, it's I Used to Love About Common. It's like a remake. He even got Common sample in there. And it's just basically like another version of I Used to Love Her. He's basically just like, it's another version, like a modern version, more of a 2026 version of I Used to Love Her. And he got in his bag and freaked it and came with his own story. And you know how women are now in hip hop with the BBLs and sex, whatever. She got all fucked up. And she just fell off at the end. I thought his own version, it was dope. He got in his bag. And that What If track with Moray, man. It's a Tupac and Biggie. The song is called What If. And he's rapping about if them niggas was still alive to this day, right? What if? Like, if Pac didn't get shot in that car. If Biggie didn't go to LA. And it's a video out. Like an AI video. Somebody did an AI video of this shit. And it's on YouTube. You should look it up. It's What If by J.Cole. And yo, it's crazy. They showing, like, the song explains it all, but the video is dope because it really breaks it down. And it's an AI Biggie, AI Pac. And they always forward all the way to like Biggie and Pac was like 50 in their 50s. And at the end of the video, you see Pac visiting Biggie in his grave. And Pac is like in his 70s, like. And they saying that Biggie died in the year 2049. What if? Like, it's basically them, if they didn't die and they lived and they squashed their little issue, then They even show in the video, they did a song, Ambitions of a Rider, Part 2, Tupac and Biggie. Yo, this shit is crazy. You guys see it. And it's ending out like that. It's doing numbers. The album will be gold by like next week. If you haven't heard it, you should get into it. It's the album review, The Fall Off. Gutter Vision, Gutter Containment, you know the rules. You definitely know how to fuck we play. I'm hiding the motherfucker, man. Enjoy this weather, y'all. Stay tuned.